the one of the natural phenomena, or we can define as the one of the physical phenomena we can be tell about that one. So anything we can go to the anything can be false should be the because of the gravitation. Suppose falling of the apple from the tree, or if you any ball we can be go to the upthrust, then it should be again fall back, is it? That is the we can define as the gravitations. So maybe the earth should be surrounding on their own axis, so because of the attraction of the sun. So like that, any planet system in our solar system, all the planets should be around their the sun because of this force of attraction. That is we can be called as the gravitational. So gravitation is we can be write down in the small g. This approximate to value should be can be write on the 9.8 meter per second square. So it is also called acceleration due to gravity also. So in this lesson we can be study about what is the meaning of gravitations. So what was the Newton's law of gravitation, or can be called as the Kepler law of the gravitation. How should be the distance between the sun and earth should be varied, and Archimedes principle. All this we can be discussed about in this session. So first we can be study about the introduction, then objectives, what is the meaning of gravitation, universal law of gravitation, lastly free fall we can be study about that one. So first introduction. So you know that it is said that once the great English scientist Isaac Newton was sitting in his garden near the apple tree, when the apple tree from the tree of fall on him. So you all know about the story of the Newtons. So when Newton should be sitting under the tree, so the falling of the apple it can be observed that one. So Newton said that apple falls down from the tree towards the earth because of the earth exerted force of attraction on the apple in the downward direction. So he tell about that one because apple should be fall on the earth because of the force of attraction on the earth. This force of attraction exerted on the earth is called gravity. So if you take or hit the any ball, it should be fall back again, is it? So these are all processes you can be seen in the force of attraction exerted by the earth is called the gravity. So what are the objective of this lesson? So after we can be study about this lesson, we have to realize some concept like what is the meaning of gravitation, universal law of gravitation, free fall, influence of the gravitational force on objects, mass and weight. What is the meaning of mass and weight? So under that one we have to weight of an object on the moon. What is the meaning of thrust and pressure? So first one is gravitation. So what is the meaning of gravitations? So if the earth can attract the apple, cannot attract the moon. So yes, so if it should be the attract the apple, then moon also attract towards the earth. It is possible. Sir Isaac Newton conjectured that the same type of the force is responsible for both the cases. So in case of apple and moon, so both should be attracted towards the earth. So he argued that each point of its orbit, the moon falls towards the earth instead of the going off in the straight line. So it must be attracted by the earth. So he argued that each point of this orbit, so each orbit should be the same line. So then the moon should be also pass towards the earth instead of the going off in the straight line. So it must be attracted by the earth. So moon should be also attracted by the earth. So you know that, so there is a centripetal force we can be tell about that one. So consider a thread. So if you take the one, consider a thread and tie on a stone on one another end, toward the other end and wind toward round. So when you are winding that one, so you observe the motion of the stone, release the thread sometime. So it should be go to reach to another some distance should be passed on to that one. So before the thread is released, the stone moves in a circular path in a certain speed and change the direction at every point. So when we thread should be, before releasing of the thread, the stone should be moving the circular path at a certain speed and change its motion. So that is, you can record as the acceleration. Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity within unit of time. That is, you can record as the acceleration. So in circular motion, or we can be seen in this centripetal force also, we can be seen in the stone which is moving a circular path at a certain speed and change the direction at a very point. The change in the direction involves change in the velocity or acceleration. The force that causes this acceleration act towards the center and is called centripetal force. So look at the picture here. So when we observe this diagram, the force that causes this acceleration towards center. So if we should be building the stone, is it? That force should be acted on the center of that circular path. So in the absence of this force, the stone flies off along a straight line. This straight line will be a tangent to a circular force. So in case we cannot be have any centripetal force, we can be observed. So then what happened? It should be the flies on the along a straight line. This straight line will be tangent to a circular path. So what is a tangent to a circle? So tangent means a straight line that meet on the circle at one and only one point is what? Tangent point. Suppose, so circular diagram can be considered that one. So ABC is a tangent. So B should be touches the circle. So straight line ABC is a tangent of the circle at point B. It can be equal to that one. So tangent is any straight line which can be meet on one and only one point is called tangent of the circle. So for example, if you see that the falling of the apple is also attracted towards the earth, does the apple attract the earth? Yes, apple also attract the earth, but compared to the earth mass, it should be very negligible. It can be tell about that one. Why do we not see the earth moving towards an apple? Suppose consider mass of the earth, we can make write on the capital M. Right, like that apple we can write on the small m. According to the third law of motion, the apple does not attract the earth. So you know that every reaction there is a equal and opposite reaction. But according to second law of motion, for a given force, acceleration is inversely proportional to the mass of the object. F is inversely proportional to the mass of the object. We can be observed to that one. So if you consider the mass of the apple, it is very negligible. So in that, the mass of the apple should be the very negligible compared to the small quantity of the earth. So we do not see the earth moving towards the apple. So earth do not moving towards apple, but apple should be moved towards the earth. The motion of the moon around earth is also due to centripetal force. Why moon should be resolving around the earth means because of this centripetal force we can be available to that one. So like that in our solar system also, all the planets, whatever 8 planets are there, they will go around the sun because of that there exists a force between the sun and the planets. So according to these planets, we can be seen in the some force also. So every planet has the gravitational force we can be observed to that one. So from the above fact, Newton concluded that not only does the earth attract an apple and the moon, but all the objects in the universe attract each other. This force of attraction between objects is called gravitational force. So in the nature or in the earth should be attract the apple also and moon also, but all the objects in the universe attract each other. This force of attraction between the object is called universal law of gravitation, or it can be called as the gravitational force. So gravitational force means in the universe the force of attraction between the two objects, that is we can regard as the gravitational force. So related to that one, we have two questions here. When an object is thrown up, the force of gravity is opposite to y direction of motion, is in the same direction as in direction of motion, becomes zero at the highest point, increases as it rises up. So the correct answer should be, it becomes opposite to the direction of motion. So next concept, Newton's law of gravitation force. Here can be considered the two masses m1 and m2. So m1 should be having a force F1, you can write down, m2 you can write down the F2. Then force should be equal. So the radius, you can be seen the radius, the distance between the mass of two objects, you can write down the r. When the two forces should be equal, then you can write down the z force, you can write down the z into m1 into m2 divided by r square. So it states that any particle attracts every other particle in the universe using a force that is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. So we already know that gravity means it should be attract the any particles. So any two particles should be attracted to each other. So that force should be directly proportional to the, should be directly proportional means F proportional to the mass of the object is m1 and m2 and inversely proportional to the square of distance between the two center, between the center, that is you can write on the r square. So mathematically we can represent by the f1 or f2 is equal to z. Z means universal constant, that is you can write on the z into m1 into m2 divided by r square. So let two objects can be taken on the A is one object, B is the another object. So like A we can write on the capital M, B we can write on the small m. So the distance between the two objects we can write on the small letter b from each other. So let the force of attraction between the two objects of the F. So then we can observe the, according to universal law of gravitation, the force between the two objects is directly proportional to the product of their masses. So mathematically we can represent that one, F proportional to the capital M into small m. So then it is take down the equation number 1. According to inverse square law, the force between the two objects is inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. F proportional to m1 and m2 divided by d square, or F proportional to 1 by d square. So this is, you can be taken on the second equation. So then both the equations, combining both the equations, then you can write down the F is equal to k into m1. So F proportional to m into m divided by d square, or universal constant. After proportionality it should become to this side, it will be seen in the F is equal to g into m into m divided by d square. So where g is the constant proportionality and is called universal gravitation constant. By multiplying crosswise, f into d square is equal to g into m into m. So therefore F is equal to, or you can write on the g. So your g you can write down, g is equal to f into d square divided by m into m. So SI unit of the gravitation you can write down the Newton meter square kg per. How did Newton guess the inverse square law, square root? So this is based on the Johannes Kepler's. So Newton showed that the cause of the planetary motion in the gravitational force in the sun exert on them. So whatever Newton's tell about that one, that Kepler's law we can tell that one. So whatever object out there, they will be, or so in solar system all planets revolve around their own axis because of their Kepler laws. So Kepler 3 laws we can be seen that one. The orbit of a planet in the eclipse with the sun at one of the foci. So or in our solar system, sun is the center of foci. It has shown in the figure. In this figure, O is the position of the sun. So consider this is the O is the position of the sun. So then the line joining the planet, the sun sweep equal areas to equal interval of time. Whatever lines we can be joined to the O. So for example, AD, AOD or OB, CO. So these are the some lines which can be sweep in the areas in the equal intervals of the time. Thus, time of the travel from A to B. Suppose the time which can be travel from A to B is the same as from the C to D. So here, whatever time should be taken to the A to B, that time should be taken to for the C to D. Also, that area of the OAB is equal to the area of the OCD. It means daily elliptical position you can be seen in the solar system. So next third law you can be tell about the cube of the mean distance between the planet from the sun is proportional to the square of the orbital divided t, that is you can write on the r cube divided by the t square is the constant. So the cube of the mean means the distance of the planet from the sun. So whatever planet are there, that distance from the planet of the sun is proportional to the square of the orbital divided. So Newton's used the third law of the Kepler to calculate the gravitational force of attraction to assume the planetary orbit in the circular. Suppose the orbital velocity is v and radius of the orbit is r, then we can be seen in the f proportional to v square by r, where v means we can be write on the circumference of the circle 2 pi r divided by t. So when we can be applied to the 2 pi is a constant, v proportional to r by t. Then v square is equal to v square is equal to proportional to r square by t square. As we multiply as the divide the right side of the r, then it should be due to the v square proportional to the r cube by t square into 1 by r. Then apply the Kepler third law, v square is proportional to 1 by r. So it means f proportional to 1 by r square. So this is the universal law of gravitation. We can be seen in the derivation of that one. So related to that, we have to do some videos. We can observe to that one.
Gravitation. Introduction. You have always observed when you toss the ball upwards, it reaches some height and falls on the earth. And you all have studied that planets rotate around the sun and the moon rotates around the earth. So, in these cases, there is some force acting on them, and that force is called as the gravitational force. In the early ages, when Newton was sitting under a tree, an apple fell on him. That made him to think. He stated that the apple fell on him due to the gravitational force of the earth. Then Newton went on to state that the same force, that is, the gravitational force of the earth, is responsible for the rotation of the moon around the earth. Because of the gravitational force exerted by the earth on the moon, it gets attracted towards the earth, but the moon won't follow earth. Instead, it rotates around the earth. We try to understand the rotation of the moon around the earth by doing an activity. Take a small stone and tie the stone to one end of the thread. Hold the other end of the thread and whirl it around. The stone rotates in a circular path and it changes its direction at every point. The change in direction is due to the change in velocity or change in acceleration. A force which is responsible for the change in acceleration and keeps the body moving in a circular path is acting towards the center. This force is called the centripetal force. So, due to